Hi Nikki, I'm Dr. Smith. How about we start today's session by talking a little bit about what brought you in?
I guess the thing I'd like to talk to you the most about is adjusting to my single life. Mostly men, I guess. So I meet somebody that I'm interested in and I just get so shy and embarrassed that I mess it all up.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your shyness. So you meet a guy that you consider eligible, somebody that you might like. So I want to get to the source of that shyness. So what you're telling yourself to create those kinds of feelings. So you meet this guy and you're feeling shy, embarrassed.
Yes, but I don't usually show that. I usually act the same way right back. I act like the other guys act to me, in fact. So I don't seem nearly as intelligent. I just act kind of dumb. And I'm just not myself with them. I'm more at ease.
Okay. So I think that we get these kinds of negative feelings. So negative feelings like shame, like embarrassment, like shyness, because we often tell ourselves things that create those feelings in simple and exaggerated kinds of sentences. So I want to find out what you're telling yourself in those moments when you're with this guy before you start experiencing those negative emotions and start acting in a way that you don't necessarily like.
Well, I know what it is that I'm not. I don't add up to his expectations, or he's superior to me. I'm not good enough for him. Although I want this type of man, I'm afraid I won't have enough to attract him.
Okay, so that's the first part of the sentence, and that might be a true part, because maybe he would be superior to you in some ways, maybe he wouldn't be attracted to you, but I don't think you're only saying that, because if you were, you wouldn't be so upset, you wouldn't be experiencing those strong emotions like shyness, like embarrassment, like shame. So you must be adding something else to that, so something like, I think he might be superior to me, and that would be awful, right?
Well, it's not quite that extreme. It's usually, I've missed my chance again. Because it's when I want to show the very best of myself, because I think I have some self-confidence and something to offer. But when I get afraid like that, I just get so defensive, and I just show all my bad qualities, and it's like, I've missed my chance again. I had a good opportunity to be close to this guy, and I messed it up.
Okay, so let's suppose you are saying that, and I think you really are, but you must be thinking something else too, right? So if you were just saying, hell, I missed my chance again, then you'd say, okay, I'll take advantage of what I learned this time and I'll do better. But you're still experiencing these strong emotions like embarrassment and shame, so you must still be thinking that there's something pretty bad in your mistake of missing your chance again.
Well, I don't know if this follows in the context of what you're saying, but what I do feel then is I get suspicious. Am I the type of woman that will only attract the type of guys that, aren't my type anyway? Is there something wrong with me? Am I ever going to find my ideal man? I just always seem to meet the other ones.
Okay, so now you're getting a little bit closer to what I'm talking about, because what you're really saying is if I'm this type of girl that isn't going to appeal to any of these eligible good guys that I like, then I'm just never going to get what I want, and that would be awful.
Well, plus, I don't like thinking of myself that way. I want to put myself on a higher standard. I don't like the idea that maybe I am just average Jane Doe.
Okay, well, let's consider that, just for the sake of argument. Consider for whatever reason that you did end up like Jane Doe. So would that be so terrible? So it'd be inconvenient, you wouldn't want it, it'd be unpleasant, but would you be experiencing those strong emotions like shyness and embarrassment and shame just from thinking that maybe you're going to end up like Jane Doe?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I don't think you could, because you would still have to be saying that on some level that would be very bad if that were to happen. It would be no good if you were to end up like Jane Doe.
Well, I'd never get what I want. If I were just a Jane Doe, I'd have to accept that I never get what I want, and I don't want to live the rest of my life with just icky guys.
Okay, so that's not necessarily true, because we do know some icky girls that get some pretty exceptional guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you're generalizing that. You're saying that for some reason it's going to be more difficult for you and that you're never going to get what you want and it's just going to be awful.
It seems that way to me at the time. It just feels like forever.
Okay, so, but isn't that a vote of non-confidence in you?
Yes.
So a vote of non-confidence. So the non-confidence is that because you're saying that, one, you don't want to miss out on this kind of guy. You want to be able to get the kind of guy that you want. So be, in your words, a superior kind of girl that gets a superior kind of guy.
Yes.
But if you don't, you're saying that you're practically on the other side of things. You're someone that's never going to get what they want, who's never going to find what they want, and it's just going to be awful.
Yeah.
So, right, that's what I call catastrophizing. So you're taking a true statement, and I do think there's a good deal of truth in what you're saying. If you didn't get the kind of guy you wanted, it would be frustrating. It would really be annoying. It would be frustrating. But then you're adding that you will never possibly get what you want, and even beyond that, you're saying that you couldn't possibly be a happy person. You're really saying that on some level.
Yeah, I guess I am. I didn't think of it that way.